Content warnings for Fair Omens include betrayal, blood, death, deceit, drugs, gang violence, gore, horror, murder, and supernatural violence.
Hello everyone, welcome to Fair Omens. This is a City of Mist TTRPG limited series where we're going to be running 5 episodes. You are watching episode 2. Before we jump into our story for today, I'd like to reintroduce everyone at the table. I'll start off with Drac. Hi.
Hi, I'm Drac, or Draconics. I'm a TTRPG performer. You can find me on Twitch. All socials, including Twitch, I suppose. Draconics is DRAKONIQUES. But today I'll be playing a Akachi Duru. Uses he, him pronouns. And you might see more than today on what their kind of whole vibe is today. But yeah, that's me.
Excellent. My question of the day to you is, if you could have a superpower, what superpower would you want?
It's between teleportation and flight. They're very basic answers, I know, but I have a lot of people I want to hang out with, and I don't want to pay for the flights to do that. So I feel like if I want to go flight, that'll be fun because I think the process of flying will be very freeing, and I think it'll be honestly probably very good for the soul just in general. But it will be long. It will take a long while. Be very cold for one as well. Depending on how high I'm flying.
You get
teleportation
bugs in your face too.
Yeah, I get bugs in my face. Yeah.
But it
can
would
only
be
fly
so
as fast
worth
as you
it to
run.
see your favorite person in the entire world, me.
Yeah, Stella. Yeah. So it's between flight and teleportation, but purely just honestly just being able to move great distances quickly is kind of what I would like to do.
Okay, all right. Good answer. Clap, 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 clap. Thank you very much. We'll hop on over to Emma. Hi, Emma.
Hi, it's me, Emma, also known as Emma Panada. You can find me on Twitch and Twitter at Emma Panada. I'm also writing a TTRPG called All the Witches. You can find info about that at allthewitches_ on Twitter, or on the Kickstarter page is where most of the updates have been happening. But I'm playing Charles, a mid to late 30s kind of bartender, coffee barista, and music guy. And I'm excited to play again.
Excellent. I have 2 questions for you.
Okay.
If Charles was here in our time, what kind of music would Charles listen to?
Lo-fi hip-hop beats to study and relax to, obviously.
That's a good answer.
Yeah,
That's
that
a
makes
good
sense.
answer.
Yeah.
And you, Emma, what superpower would you like to have?
I'm afraid my answer is a bit boring because it is the answer of every trans person you'll ever meet, and that it's shape-shifting.
Very good answer. Thank you. We'll pop on over to our game master, Alex. Hi.
Hello, my name is Alex, he, him pronouns. You can catch me on social media at Ghost Chicken RPG. I do a lot of stuff, mostly of the playing of games, most recently a lot of skirmish games, but I'm also designing stuff and testing stuff on the side, and I do want to release an anti-colonial pirate game in the future. In terms of, that's it, actually. Yeah. Hard stop.
Nice. You can find Alex over on Twitter if you want updates about this stuff. Yeah. What superpower would you have?
I have 2 answers. One of them is kind of BS, and the other one is like pretty normal, I guess. The BS answer is I've watched a lot of Toaru no Railgun and Toaru no Index, Majutsu no Index, so the control of vectors, so I can fly, super speed, super strength, stop bullets, all that jazz, because because that'd be cool.
I'd want my superpower to be everything.
Yeah.
I took Drax's answer and just made it more nerdy. You're like, add math to it.
Fucking nerds. Oh my god. Let me get them out of here.
And then my not BS answer is still anime related. I just truly like Gaara's power from Naruto. I like sand bending. I like sand stuff. Plus I don't like sand touching me, so it's all around win there. So
You'd probably still get sand in your eye though.
Yeah, that's
Just from
that's
it like
your-
flying around everywhere.
I can wear
Achilles heel.
I could wear goggles. Don't say that can't be part of my superpower outfit.
If you had sand control, you could technically just have just repulse the sand from you, right? Just not have the sand
Yeah.
touch you at any time,
Yeah,
right?
technically.
Wait, I want to change my answer because
No,
Alex
you
gave
can't
I gave a bullshit answer. I gave a bullshit one. I want to give a bullshit one.
Okay,
I would like
go ahead.
mine to be, and I'm kind of playing it already. I want like mine to be power theft, so I can take people's powers and use them for my own. I want to be all for one.
regular fucking roadman over here. My God.
Wow.
Excellent. Thank you very much. We'll pop on over to Liv, my dear. Hi.
Hi, how you doing, gorgeous?
I'm good.
Good.
I wish I had chocolate, but I don't. So I'll just.
Why
have
do
to
you
s-
want
I
chocolate?
don't know. I just have a craving for chocolate right now.
Hello?
Don't worry, I'll be
Hello?
over in a few hours.
Oh my god, I was thinking it, and you actually said it, and honestly, I respect you for that. I respect you for that.
Oh my god.
That was good.
Thank you.
I'm a Liv hater, but I can't. I have to respect game. That was good.
Wow, the Riz. I wasn't expecting that. Hello, who are you on the internet?
Hi, I'm your girl, your pal, and the cutest girl that your girl knows on the internet. My name is Liv. You can follow me on any social media at Liv in a Day, but I am probably the most active on the hell site. That is Twitter, because I'm a demon myself, so I'm there all the fucking time. But yeah, I'm a TTRPG performer, actual play performer, general menace.
What would your superpower be?
Okay. I am going to be the ultimate black stereotype, and I'm gonna say storm manipulation.
No.
Here's the
You need to break the chains.
no. Here's the thing, and here's the reason why. Because when I sit here and I think about it, I would very much like to be able to visit all of my friends. And my favorite element is water. And I do genuinely love storms. I love a stormy day. I love listening to lightning and thunder. It's my favorite thing in the world. I literally played somebody with lightning manipulation in the last season that we did together. So, this is nothing new. But think smarter, not harder. Don't think about what your powers can do for you, but rather what you can do with your powers. Everybody's talking about how they want to fly. Learn how to ride the wind. Learn how to ride the wind and then control the wind. And I will be there in 2 less hours than you predicted, Stella. I'll be right over. No, in all seriousness though, if I was a superhero, I would want, oh God, is the anime called Black Cat? Okay, Alex, thank you for validating me. There's a girl in Black Cat, and her whole thing is that she can rearrange her molecular structure to in her body to form different things. It's a little bit different and a little bit nerdier than shapeshifting, but it's cool as fuck.
Take me back to Black Cat.
Anime?
Yeah.
Oh, Black Cat. Coming home from middle school and watching Black Cat.
Oh, thank you. I'm Stella Luna. I'm a TTRPG producer performer. I do this all the time. Today I'll be playing Thursday. Thursday is your somewhat awkward but well-intentioned handy person / mechanical engineer / ex-gang member ? We'll have to find out. Also not afraid of reaching into strangers' pipes and pulling out strange creatures that are worm-like and can squeeze through tiny holes. Very interesting.
Hey yo.
God.
He yells at me, but Jesus.
My superpower, I have two as well. Of course, the shape-shifting thing. When I was in elementary school and we were all playing at recess and people were playing pretend, they were like, I'm a cat, meow, I'm a dog, woof woof, I'm a horse, right? I was like, I'm a dragon, and dragons can polymorph into any shape, so I can be any of those creatures, and I fly, and I breathe fire. And that was my energy on the playground.
You are nuts.
All of y'all are really just vector kids in different shapes.
Yeah,
So
you're all
when you
vectors.
did rock, paper, scissors, did you ever do dynamite?
No.
I did Dynamite. I also did gun.
See, this is what I did.
Was
Guns too.
also a gun
What do you know
enjoyer.
about a gun? Wait a minute.
I'm sorry, guns aren't just not a thing in the UK. They still exist in the UK.
No, guns are a US thing only. Back up.
What do you think? What do you think the rich people are hunting these deers with over here? You think they're using fucking crossbows and arrows?
Muskets.
Which is a gun.
Yeah, rock, paper, scissors, musket.
Which is a gun. So
Fucking screaming musket.
And my second power would be to be able to create anything from nothing. So like matter creation. So if I want a cheeseburger, I could just like and then have a cheeseburger. Or if someone's
chocolate.
Or chocolate, yes. Or if there's like, I wish I had a Modern Horizon, collector's pack, and I can just go
just make it happen.
Yeah. That's what my powers would be.
It would absolutely ruin the Pokemon trading card economy.
you would ruin the economy, period. If you can just make anything.
I'm like, what's the most expensive thing? Everyone gets one. Free giveaways. Yep, that's my stuff. So the next thing that we're gonna do is the recap. Alex, take it away. Or don't, and I will tell people about ! Missed, because I remembered that. You can influence the game. We have mechanics such as juice and clues. You can find out more in the link in the chat. For $10, you can give someone a juice. For $20, you can give them a clue. It's all kept on track underneath our pictures, our faces. Just our faces. They're not pictures. They're moving. Yep.
Some might call them the moving pictures.
Alex, go ahead.
Yeah. In terms of just really quick, in terms of the clues and juice, as a reminder, the juices do kind of roll over via the ! Missed, and then the clues, we do a home rule for these specific clues where the players can introduce a part of the narrative, and I have to match that introduction to the storyline and narrative beats there. In regards to what happened last time on Fair Omens, we met a group of intrepid members of the House of Fair Omens, as well as an additional member of two of our members, I guess day-to-day lives, Danny as well. But the four members here present met with one Sarah Beth Garcia, who recently and unexpectedly lost her brother to what the media is saying in the city of New Serenity, to some form of gang violence. Sarah Beth has been tasked with like her own zeal and drive to reach out to Marco, the proprietor of the House of Fair Omens, and subsequently now the four of you, to help understand more about what's going on here and to really get down to the truth of what's going on. The four of you spent a quick session with Sarah Beth trying to discern kind of what is truly going on here, why Sarah Beth has kind of appeared amongst all of you, and associated the fact that Sarah Beth herself is not someone who is associated with a myth or a legend, someone who is not awoken. And so you all, through the House of Fair Omens, gave her lodging and protection as you decided to head towards her house, the Garcia apartment up in University Row, to learn more about the different types of happenings that have been going on in their life. Some quick clues and things that you learned from Sarah Beth about her missing brother, well, not missing, her past brother, Isaac Garcia, is that 6 months ago he started to act a bit more strangely. 5 months ago he started showing up less and less at home, and his temperament began to get worse and worse. And as you discover more at the Garcia apartment before running into a slug and snake milk, as we discussed last time, that Isaac himself has gotten himself into a whole lot of interesting scenarios prior to his passing, between working on a large project at Air Medical Group for Panacea for organ transplants, to potentially looking to get married to someone that Sarabeth knows nothing about. A lot of this information they've discovered in the Garcia apartment before, once again, discovering this slug-like creature. And as we jump into our monologue soon, before our content warnings, the group will continue their hunt and their search to find out more about what happened to Isaac Garcia. But with that, I pass it back to you, Stella, and we'll jump right into it.
All right, please enjoy these content warnings and enjoy the show.
Content warnings for Fair Omens include betrayal, blood, death, deceit, drugs, gang violence, gore, horror, murder, and supernatural violence.
Jarring clanks and the sound of exertion ring out as Thursday investigates the bathroom sink's pipes for any sign of another one of those things. The various sounds do nothing to keep my mind active on the scene in front of me, however, as my mind drifts to the bigger problems at hand. Isaac, the Enigma Lounge, two things I wish I hadn't been connected. I always worried about that place being dangerous, and now it seems all the more likely my fears could be realized. My eyes drift to the hallway where I can hear Eileen rummaging through Isaac's room. A kid, just like Isaac was. One I wish I could pull away from the danger of the lounge and those that run it, but I understand. I know the draw to the things that make you feel alive. One day she'll be able to get away from that place, and until then, I'll be there to make sure she doesn't run into the same fate as him. That kid. Why was he there? What was he doing? Ever since I heard about the connection, it's like I can almost remember seeing him there one night in the crowd, talking to someone. Who was it? A woman? Was it this mysterious Cassie? Or perhaps someone more nefarious? If only I could remember so that this doesn't happen to another unfortunate soul. A loud sound rings out, breaking me out of my stupor.
Hey, I think we're being watched.
Huh? I call from the bathroom.
You see Akachi kind of peeking through the window out across the street, and without looking away from the window, they say someone was definitely watching us from the building across. Seems like they backed away from the window now, but did not seem like casual people watching, at least not to me.
Shit, are they still there, do you think?
I will look. Are they still there? Have they moved away? Can I see them?
Yeah, of course, Akachi. The rain is pretty heavy. It's slamming into the window pane pretty hard. You don't see a figure standing there anymore. It's dark. There was no light lit. It was basically glare from the street lamps below that kind of gave you a reflection of this visage for a moment. Either they made contact with your vision and then they disappeared, or yeah, they're not there anymore.
Yeah, no, I can't see them there. Either they stepped away or slipped back into the shadows. It's a bit too dark for me to tell.
Charles walks over, looking out the window. Could you point?
Yes,
I'll
just point.
Which apartment it was? I turn around, kind of towards the room. I could get us over there if we wanted to check it out.
Is everyone done here? Is there Thursday done?
Thursday, did you find anything?
I am currently elbow deep inside of the bathroom sink, just rummaging around, pulling out things that I don't want to smell, and I'm trying my best to put it back together. I don't think I find anything useful here. I'll be there in a minute.
Eileen, how about you?
Yes, yeah, we can go. We can go.
Sounds good to me. So I guess we'll wait for Thursday.
Takes me another 5 minutes and I'm out. You see me pulling a towel off of a rack and I'm trying my best to clean my arm off, but the towel is ruined. It has an ominous, like, gray-black stain on it now, and I kind of toss it into the sink in the living room. Yeah, I'm good to go.
Okay. Be ready.
4.
I open the front door, and instead of the hallway outside as you would expect it, we instead see a different scene. Alex, did you have a description you wanted to use for this place, or will you let me run with it?
I'll let you run with it.
On the other side of the door, you see a vast landscape with sky of pitch black, a tense and ominous scene where the ground is made of this deep red dirt. The sides of this path are covered with various brush made of blood red leaves, and you hear the sound of wailing coming from nearby. We just need to take a quick stroll.
Through what, Charles, dear?
Or where?
Don't think too hard about that. We just come with me. It'll be quick. I promise.
The cat just walks forward, hands shut in their pockets, just walk forward without a moment of hesitation.
For better or worse, Eileen does trust Charles with her life, so she'll walk forward too.
Thursday takes in a deep breath, gulps, and then steps in.
And then I close the door behind us.
As the door closes behind you, you step into this realm that you have never seen before. It spreads out in all directions almost infinitely. The sounds of wails echo in and out. They seem close to you, almost right behind your ear, and then they're far. Voices of hundreds, thousands, if not millions. As you take your step and path forward, Charles, how do you navigate this space? Is there another door on the other side? Do you have the specific pathway? Tell me how you use this.
A path laid out in front of me, at the end of which is another door that only I can see.
As Charles leads you through this space, you look out into the vastness of it all. The foliage is sparse here. There's not much to the terrain. Maybe some hills in the distance, but it's relatively flat. The thing that is concerning, and actually, Charles, this is concerning to you as well, is that you hear a more firm voice back of all of your ears go, "I see you. I finally see you."
Just ignore that. Keep moving. We're almost there.
Okay.
Charles,
anything we should be worried about, Charles?
quickens his pace a little bit. No, it's fine. Just keep moving.
Stop looking.
Just keep moving.
Stop looking. We'll find you.
This is not what I was expecting.
It's okay. It's fine. Just don't look back.
Stop searching.
What
Give up.
happens if we look back?
Just don't. We're here. And Charles reaches out and opens the door.
As the door opens up, you are met with a dark, kind of muggy room, in all honesty. It doesn't seem like the air conditioning has been running in this space for quite some time. Do you quickly close the door behind all of them, Charles?
Yeah. Perhaps too quick. Where everybody's like, maybe Charles was a bit freaked out also, and that wasn't normal.
As the door behind all of you closes, you notice a very sparse apartment. The design and layout isn't too dissimilar to the one that Garcias live in and across the street. There is no real furniture in here. There's the makeup of the apartment itself. Some of the cabinets are actually opened. You do notice that there is a single chair sitting at a single table that looks out across the window that would lead towards the vantage point that you had just been looking across currently. As you all kind of spread out into the space, you notice that the kind of wooden floors here, they look almost unlived in, maybe freshly renovated and barely used. Fresh paint. But the place is relatively empty. The one thing that's interesting to you all is you see the kind of chair that's been set up there. You see actually an ashtray. And there's a cigarette that's been dabbed out in it. But the space is very dark. There's 3 rooms that have their doors closed currently. There's what you assume to be the front door to this apartment that you had all stepped through to get here via Charles's powers. But you're left to your own devices. What would you all like to do?
First thing Itachi does is try the light switch, so we're not in the dark.
You turn on the light switch and it hums to life.
Okay. See if we can find any signs of who the person was and where they went to.
Yeah, just be careful, everyone. I'm gonna head to one of the closed doors.
Sure. Charles, you open it up. You get hit by like a mixture of kind of dead air mixed with probably dried paint. It's just kind of heavy, musky. It rolls out into the space and kind of even makes the living room air a bit more dense. An empty room, no bedroom. No furniture whatsoever. Recently painted in eggshell white.
I would like to go up to the cigarette butt. Pick up the ashtray. And I'd like to use one of my powers.
Ooh, okay.
My divination power of As Written by the Stars. I'd like to use my limited clairvoyance here to try to see if I can read anything from this object. Maybe its history, maybe, a glimpse of the face the mouth of the face that, pulled
Okay.
on it.
Yeah. What was this ability called again? One more time. I'm so sorry.
As Written by the Stars.
As Written by the Stars. Okay. I think that makes sense. Let me pull up some moves here. I think you can. I guess my question is, do you want to use it to kind of gain a clue about this specific item and maybe ask me a specific question about it?
Yeah.
Okay. Then you can make an investigation check using this ability, this power tag, and any other abilities and story tags that you have.
Okay. I will investigate.
Sure.
Oops, sorry, I didn't add the power stuff.
No worries, no worries.
I would. Oh, right. I have to click the button, right? Click
the
check
boxes.
mark.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So clairvoyance. I like to say that I'm a problem solver with Tinker Tuner. trying to get information, figure out.
Yeah.
I think that's gonna be it. My car is not gonna help here, and being really fast isn't gonna help me.
No worries. I think that makes sense. I make a roll, and then let's see what you get.
Okay. 12.
Oh, jeez. Okay, 12. Then you get to ask me a bunch of questions. You should be able to get 3 off of that. So, what type of questions do you want to ask?
Who last held this item?
Okay, I think that's a good one. Explain to me how this power works, too. How does it kind of manifest if it does to others?
Yeah, so I pick up the ashtray and I'm holding it. I'm not touching the actual cigarette itself. And as I look at it, my eyes roll back and they begin to glow. And little molecules of, it looks like stardust, begins to float around me as I'm fixating on this particular object. And it begins to like slightly pull at the molecules of the cigarette butt, and it's like slowly pulling it apart bit by bit and trying to analyze it. So the stardust like moves in these like geometric, slightly glowing shapes.
Okay. As it does so, to answer your first question, the visage of a younger mask-presenting individual wearing like a hoodie, jeans, more like dirty blonde hair, kind of unshaven, unkempt, wearing a kind of like a nicer looking watch, actually, is kind of holding and purchasing these items, like the cigarettes, lighting them, and it kind of comes to mind. You can't get extreme details about their kind of facial structure, things like that, but the way they hold the cigarette butt, the actual ashtray itself. Interestingly enough, something is that they spend a lot of time just from like the visage that appears to you, sitting in this chair just watching through what seems to be like a pair of binoculars. It's almost like multiple imprints of this person that flash in your mind.
Okay. As I'm experiencing this, I'll mutter out loud. It's not very loud, I'm not shouting, so anyone nearby can hear me talking. I'm describing this person out loud. I think they're young. Maybe someone might have hired them to keep watch.
Do you know how far back they'll keep and watch? Was it just when we arrived or before even that?
Seems like they were here for a while. Maybe posted up, trying to see if any activity would be in the apartment.
Well, they couldn't have gotten too far. Akachi goes to reach for the front door and then pauses. And then presses the ear against the front door to make sure there's any weird, eerie voices coming from the other side. Specifically voices telling us that we can be seen now. So I think just going to check to make sure the door will lead to a normal outside. And once they have confirmed that, they will try to open the front door and look down either side of the hallway. I assume is what I would be met with outside. So I look out either side to see if there's any sign of this person leaving, essentially.
Yeah, of course. You listen to the door. Doesn't seem like there's any wailing or voices that are appearing behind your ear. You open it up to the hallway of a larger tenement building. You see a kid and their potentially caretaker parent playing with them in the hall. They're on like one of those like plastic tricycles, but doesn't seem to be anyone else who's like in a hurry or not. It's a kind of a long hall, and there's actually 2 stairwells at the end of both sides, on each end.
I would like turn back inside and go, I'm just going to ask some people out there a few questions. You keep doing what you need to do, and I'll close the door behind me as I leave the apartment, and I'll go to the caretaker, the person looking after their kid.
Okay, we'll get to that in a second. Actually, one quick question for you, Thursday. You use 2 power tags?
Yes, I did.
Yes, you get 2 clues. So you still have one more question to ask me if you'd like.
Okay. Was this person that I saw awakened?
Good question. Good question. As you kind of focus in on the object one more time, you notice that they see a flashing image in your head, kind of in this mindscape of them sitting in this space. They look like they're holding what looks to be a pen, and then as they twirl it around their fingers, it turns into a handgun. And then they spin it around the kind of where the finger goes through, like where the trigger mechanism is, and it turns into like a fidget spinner, basically, or a fidget toy of some form. They're slowly transmuting something back and forth between things.
As I see this, I put the ashtray down a little too quickly. Whoever was watching us, they were awakened. I think they have the ability to transmute items. They had a gun.
The pain of like me, Liv, the player, wanting to or, like yell who it could be, but I don't think Eileen would even have a clue. So Eileen is just gonna gasp because that's scary.
Okay, well, just be extra cautious then. There's still 2 rooms we haven't searched, right? Or were those?
There's still two rooms that haven't been opened up yet.
Okay, open another one.
Sure. You kind of walk across the way. There's probably another like study or bedroom that's opposite of the kitchen. As you open up the door, you actually notice that this room is lived in. You notice that there's like a small like futon and or like a roll up that's been kind of just laid on the ground. You see like empty bags of kind of processed foods, whether it be like chips, candies, etc. You notice that there's also a notebook that's sitting on like a side table that's just in the space. And you also see a handgun sitting on the side table.
I'm just gonna... Hey, Akachi?
Actually left. He left
outside.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I wasn't sure if you were just peeking out, but you're fully investigating outside. Okay. Charles will take the gun just so that nobody else can grab it and
Feel free to
shoot at
add
them.
a pistol to your story tags, Charles.
Okay.
It's loaded.
Great.
Oh, that's not a problem whatsoever. We definitely don't have a literal smoking gun on our hands. That's fine.
Great. Incredible. Then I'll investigate a little bit.
Sure.
All right, I found a gun in here, and somebody's been living in here. Can one of you check the last room?
I can check the last room.
I'm checking the sink.
I Thursday out of the corner
Honestly,
of my eye, and I just say, Thursday, if you really just want to get your hands into some trouble, you can always come to the club.
Is that an invitation?
Yes.
I'll be honest, I try to keep my nose out of trouble, but I'll keep that in mind.
Your nose maybe, but your hands never.
Stella just come up with the horniest things.
I was thinking it as well. We were all thinking it.
Well, obviously. Why else am I talking to you in character?
Thursday chokes on their own spit. I'll be out here if you need me.
Okay, yeah, I'm sure. I'm gonna go investigate the other room. Me and Cariño heading off.
Okay. as you head into the other room, you open the door to let the
Mm.
air out as well. Interestingly enough, not as much in this room. Similar to the room that Charles had described, but closer to the kitchen on the opposite side, just purely empty, recently painted. This place is barely used, if used at all.
Okay. Whew, sorry, I got distracted by some craziness happening in chat. Not craziness, but like wildness. My goodness. Okay. Anyway, thank you for that. Okay, so it's not as lived in, there's not as much stuff, is that correct?
Yeah, correct.
Okay. Cool. I'm still gonna look around though, do a little bit of investigation.
Yeah.
I'm gonna check all the hidden spots, all the spots that somebody would try to hide and sneak around. Yeah. So I'm gonna use the intimate knowledge of the underbelly for that.
Mm-hmm.
Cool.
Of course.
And that'll
Make
be
your roll.
+1. Oh, that's a mild success.
Oh, ooh, yay! I love those.
Oh, do you?
I do, because when it's a mild success, I can choose one.
Okay, but what if I spent a juice to make it like? I actually don't remember how juice gets used.
You have
but
2 juice.
I do have 2 juice.
Basically, you use juice to empower certain things. So, like,
So I have to
when
kind
you
of
use
call it before.
Yeah.
Okay, that's fine. Go ahead, have your fun, Alex. I guess you get to have fun.
So basically, they must give you either a straight answer or a solid lead, and then on 7 to 9, they can also choose one, they being the director, which is 1, your investigation exposes you to danger, and I can spring that on you whenever I want. So that's wonderful. The clues you get are fuzzy, incomplete, or part true, part false, or whoever or whatever you are asking the questions can ask you one question as well, and you answer on the same terms. So I guess my question is, what would you like to ask about this space? And I'll allow the entire space as well, not just this one empty room. What is your one clue question you'd like to ask me?
I want to know who this is. Like, I want to know the identity of this person. I mean, I've been taking notes. We know some of their powers, but like, who the fuck is this?
Okay. Based on what you've seen so far, the letter from the Morgenstern family, based on the fact that they have some power that they know how to manipulate pretty well, this person sits outside of... And I would say that based on the description of the power, Charles, being a community manager, could probably call out in recent years if they know who this person would be based on their power set, if they've gone through the House of Fair Omens. Do you know that this is a person who's probably awoken outside of like the normal boundaries and is now using their abilities to use them for personal gain to some degree? And they are probably related to either the Morgenstern family or another criminal organization, just based on how they're operating and how they are acting in this way, I would say. Like, it's not unheard of that the Morgenstern family would potentially hire someone to keep an eye out on someone who's missing out on their debts, right? Because you don't know how deep the debt goes now, right? It was just one envelope. This could have been one of many at this point, especially if Isaac has been off of his game for the last 6 months or so.
But no, like, first name identification, no documents, nothing like that.
You don't get glimpses of them looking at their own driver's license for it?
No, unfortunately not.
Dang, okay.
I mean, how often do people... Actually, I do look at my own driver's license a lot because I'm like, God, that's a fucking terrible photo.
And then I'm going to ask...
cigarettes, right?
That's true.
Oh!
And they're young.
True. I will ask. Take the third option is whatever you are asking the questions can ask you one question as well. And I, as the director, want to ask you: if the situation got too intense, would you abandon the rest of the group?
Survive.
Spoilers, I'm not listening.
No, I wouldn't because Charles is still part of the group. And as long as Charles is part of the group, I'm not leaving Charles behind.
Yeah, I love that. So that's adorable.
That's my homie. That's my bestie.
Hey!
Okay. I like it. Okay. Charles, when you said you were going to do some investigating, were you actually going to do an investigation check yourself, just to clarify, or what was?
I guess so. Just kind of looking around the room that's
Yeah, you
been
can do that
lived
too.
in.
If you like.
Okay. Okay. I don't think I have any pluses to this in particular.
Okay. Straight roll.
That should be a 7, I think.
7? Okay. Cool. Yeah, it is. What is the question you'd like to ask me?
Uncheck your the power. Every time you've used it, you can uncheck it.
Oh, okay.
There's
Yeah.
a reset
Check it,
button
just
at the
adds it
top
to-
too.
Yeah.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
What is the one question you'd like to ask?
Is there anything hidden in here?
I would say that no, this place is barely lived in. Like the bare bones in regards to what you find. I think the actual loaded gun is probably a big one. Understanding who this potentially could be and the fact that they have a power is pretty good. The notebook, I think it was the last thing, but nothing is hidden here. This person is not doing the best job of like hiding anything.
I missed the mention of the notebook. Can I look in there?
Yeah, of course, no worries. You flip through it. It's a log. Basically, the log says, "Girl leaves house," and then a timestamp. And basically, it's when people are going in and out of the house.
Okay. Can I... Is it literally just kind of reduced to girl, boy?
Yeah.
Okay. And there's no, like, other girl enters house or
No.
anything like that? Dang.
Nope.
Okay. So...
Like, there's not like a number 1 or number 2 indication.
How far back does this go?
It goes back about. So the timestamps themselves start at around 9 a.m. They end at around midnight, and they go back for about 3 weeks. I would say the one thing that you notice is that, like the most freshly minted page at the middle of the book, or actually closer to the front quarter of the book, it says that deep water securities will arrive tomorrow morning.
Do I know what that is?
That's actually a good question. Charles, how in tune are you with like the organizations and politics of the city itself, of New Serenity? Do you like look into that stuff? Do you like read a lot of news?
I don't think so.
Then probably not.
Charles will call out Deepwater Securities. Do any of you know what that is?
Well, I know something about that as someone who was definitely arrested and probably reads up about stuff like that.
Depends on what you.
What?
Oops.
I would say. I guess my question is: did you do any form of like private vandalism, Thursday during your tenure?
Like breaking and entering?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Then if you did, then you would know Deepwater Securities. Deepwater Securities is actually a large corporation that is basically private security for a bunch of other corporations. They make most of their money by being a security force.
I say all of that.
Okay, apparently they're supposed to arrive tomorrow morning. That's what this notebook says. I imagine they mean the apartment.
That's weird. Suppose the question is the security supposed to be for this apartment or Sarah Beth's?
Not sure. This has been keeping a log. Does the log mention us entering?
No.
Interesting. Somebody's been tracking Isaac and Sarah Beth's movements in and out of the apartment.
Mm.
And they also had a gun, and I showed them the gun.
Does it look,
Look at
like,
this gun.
Does it look like the
Oh
gun
my
that
god,
I saw?
Charles!
I know about
It does.
trigger discipline and everything. It's fine. I
That's-
get it.
Don't! You absolutely do not!
I lived outside of the city in the country growing up. I've shot a few guns in my day.
Charles, and
I just want to make sure nobody pulls this on us.
You see Eileen, who is like 10 years younger than Charles, going up and trying to take it from him and be like, no, stop it, you're too young, stop it.
You're too young. What are you talking about?
I know what I'm doing.
I'm just gonna hold on to this.
I believe that was the exact weapon that I saw this person holding.
Okay, well, do we think they just went down to get a bagel or something and they're coming back, or is there a reason they left this behind?
We were in a rush. They saw us. I think they might still be here. Where did Ketchy go?
Where
And
did
with-
Akechi go?
With that, we jumped to Ketchy outside. I'm assuming you walked down the hall. Do you knock on any other neighbors' doors, or do you head towards the what looks to be father and their son?
Yeah, I walk over to the father. I kind of stick my hand in my pocket and pull out a jelly bean and toss it in my mouth as I'm walking down. Just have something to chew on as I'm approaching. And just kind of very casually give a wave, like from a distance before approaching him. Hey, don't want to intrude and impose on you for too long. I was wondering, did you see anyone come out of that apartment over there? And I'll point to the door I just left. Within the past, 5, maybe 10 minutes.
Kind of looks at you. No, not really. I was mostly inside getting dinner ready. But no. What? Is something going on? Is something happening?
Yeah,
I've never seen you around here. Are you a new tenant?
No, I'm a friend of one of the tenants, but I think one of their parcels got delivered to their room, so I wanted to see if I can reach them, but no one answered when I knocked on the door. Do you know who lives there?
Kind of looks down, kind of like racks his brain for a second. No, I see a kid kind of come through every once in a while. Seems like a loner, smokes, I think, a couple packs a day. I've only started seeing him around maybe the last few weeks, potentially. That apartment was vacant at the start of the month.
I guess new resident. Oh, that's all I can really ask you. Thank you for that help. I'll probably knock on some of the neighbors' doors to see if they maybe the parcel delivered to them instead.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah, of course, no worries.
As I turn away,
Mhm.
I guess it's doubles. Can I? I guess in this area that I'm currently in, can I smell any cigarette smoke?
Currently,
even
no.
just no. Okay.
No. The most ample smell of it was inside the kind of dense room of the apartment you were in.
Okay. And what two directions? What is on either direction of this hallway? I guess.
Yeah. Of course. So basically, it's just one single long hall with an up and down staircase on both ends of the hall. There's basically just 1-to-1 apartments all the way down the way.
Okay.
Yeah. There's not much else on this floor other than doors that lead into more apartments. It's a larger apartment complex.
Is upstairs or downstairs? Is the question I went. I think I'll start heading as quickly as I can. I'll start heading up the stairs.
Okay.
To see if I can catch up or find anyone that might have seen this person leave the apartment.
Okay. As you begin walking up the stairwell, you actually hear the sound of a lighter igniting.
Where is that coming from? Upstairs?
Upstairs, about 2 floors up.
Okay. I'll very quickly slow myself down and start, I guess, going up the stairs as quietly as possible. I don't want them to hear my footsteps as I do.
Okay. Can you make a sneak around check? First one of the
Okay.
game.
Yeah, okay. No one's around me, right? As I'm
No,
walking up
you're
the
by
stairs.
yourself.
Okay, cool.
By yourself.
Catch you a look around, and then I think one of the things I would like to use is the shadow realm. And the reason why and how they use this, I think, just in general, is I think they allow themselves to partially enter it so their feet doesn't touch the ground. It goes into the shadow realm, almost as if it's a cushioning effect as they walk up these stairs. I think they mostly use this for like in fighting if they want to very suddenly change the height they're attacking at, drop down a few meters or inches to put off the person that who's defending against them. But I think in this case, I'm going to try and use it to essentially cushion their footsteps, let the footsteps fall in another realm rather than this realm.
Okay.
And I think other than that, I think that's the only thing I can really add to this.
Okay, no worries.
See how that turns out.
Oh,
8.
okay. So, when you use this ability to act secretly deceptively, on a hit, everyone that should fall for it falls for it. So you do make the hit. However, because it's between 7 and 9, you have to. I actually, as the MC and the director in this case, choose one. So someone unimportant notices you, but that just made them more important. Or you are perceived only by a secondary sense. Someone picks up on your scent while you're stalking them. You're seen whispering a message, but the message is not heard. And then also you must leave something important behind or be discovered. I'm going to do someone unimportant noticed you, but that just made them important. As you begin to like slink your way up, you actually notice that someone on the first floor below is like kind of looking up the spiral, and they catch your eye. You look down for a moment. They are a femme person standing around maybe like 5'6", 5'7". They look concerned for a second, but then they kind of pay no mind, and then they kind of just step out to the second floor landing and head to their apartment.
I think that very quickly, very suddenly, Akachi like removes his feet from the shadow realm just to make sure that this person is potentially not awakened, sees this display of the mist, and kind of watches them go by until they're sure that they're gone, and then we'll continue up the stairs.
You make your way up the stairs until you kind of crest around the corner, trying to be as sneaky as possible. You notice a kid standing there trying to light up what looks to be like a rolled joint of some form. Looks pretty young, maybe Danny's age. Kind of tanner skin, clean, maybe like a shaven like hairstyle. They're just sitting, wearing a hoodie, some shorts on, flip flops.
Height-wise, do they seem like the person who was watching us through the window? Can I gauge that?
I think you'd be able to gauge that.
Height.
No, they're not the same height. This person's a little bit shorter.
Akachi will walk by, and as they see them lighting, I think they'll give them a moment to like finish what they're doing and just say, "Hey, well, for one, you probably should smoke that outside. I don't want to give any second-hand highs. 2, did anyone come up here recently in the past 5, maybe 10 minutes?
No. No.
What's your name, kid?
It's Matthew.
Okay, well, Matthew, please, and I'll put my hand on the shoulder and kind of guide him to the staircase. Smoke that outside.
Well, before, what? You know Danny?
Yes. Do you know Danny?
Yeah, he's been repping that jacket around more recently.
Yeah, he's one of the recent additions to the Ochre Hounds. Great addition, honestly. Been doing great with patrols, keeping mess off the street.
Oh, that makes sense. I guess you are wearing one of the jackets. I didn't. Yeah.
Yeah, no, I'm the leader of the Ochre Hounds.
Oh shit! You're fucking famous around here.
I think when they say that, Akachi kind of like straightens up a little bit and goes, "Really?"
Yeah, I mean, some of the guys we hang out. I mean, I know Danny from our younger days, but yeah.
That's honestly, I'm glad that our work is definitely a thing we are doing as a group has helped people all the way out here as well. I thought it was more downtown thing, but guess good spreads. You know, if you're looking for anything to do in your free time, we are accepting new members of the Ochre Hounds.
For real?
Yeah. First, we just need to make sure you're actually on the up and up. The whole point of the Ochre Hounds is to actually help the community, not just throw punches and swing weapons for the fun of it.
Okay. Matthew kind of like step backs. He kind of like daps out the remaining what he has, kind of stamps it out, and just goes, "Yeah, I mean, Danny hasn't really mentioned it to some of the guys, but I mean, I'll talk to him about it. I guess he talks pretty highly of y'all, and what I've heard from other people around. I mean, y'all do the good work, people for the people. So
it's honestly the least I can do. Everyone here gave me so much. I want to give as much as I can back. Honestly, I would love to keep talking, truly, but I have someone to find. So, like I said,
you looking for someone?
Yeah, no. There was someone who was in the apartment just downstairs, and I'll list an apartment number.
Yeah, no worries.
Helps. I'll name that. But I think I just missed them, and I'm wondering if they're gone upstairs or left the building.
Oh wait, yeah. There's I don't know if they just moved in or not. I mean, I spend a lot of time around after I get home from classes. This is sketchy dude lives there.
Sketchy?
Yeah. Kind of just like doesn't really, like obviously when you see people around, people going through, they have, some people say hi, so maybe some people don't pay too much attention to you. Some people got families, groceries, just like really minimal, kind of in and out, kind of a little tense, I feel like is the way to describe it. They just give off this aura of just like unease. I can't really explain it that well.
Do you know where they usually go? Do they live here, or does it seem like a case where they just come here for a short stint and then leave again?
See, at first I thought they rented out the apartment. I think they actually do rent out the apartment. But then I see them get in their car at like when I go out for at 12ish, 1ish, and they hop in their car and they drive off, and then they show up back here in the morning. So I'm just like, did they just spend like the day here? But then they don't really have a job. But like, maybe that is their job. And it's like, why would they just be like house sitting, right? Yeah. I haven't been inside, so I don't really know. The car though, it's kind of like this, what's the color? It's like this, like crimson. It's crimson. It's like a roadster, kind of.
Okay. Well, that's honestly a lot more information I had beforehand. So thank you, Matthew.
Yeah.
Interesting. Well, I guess if I haven't gone past you the past couple of minutes, they probably went downstairs. But thank you for that. Again, just a reminder, please do, next time you do smoke that, do outside. I'm not bothered if you do smoke, but I think it would there's kids around that probably don't want that kind of secondhand stuff going around.
That's fair. That's fair.
Anyway, see Matthew. Remember, Ogre Hounds if you want to join something to help the community.
Will do. I'll let Danny know if I see any if you see this person come through again. But yeah, I'll let you know.
By the way, as they turn around, they turn back and go, by the way, would you like some jelly beans? As they pull out a fresh pack of jelly beans and hand it over. Offer it really to Matthew.
No, I'm okay. Thank you though.
Fair. They'll pocket it again and start heading back downstairs.
Okay. You head back downstairs, heading towards the apartment. We'll jump back to the group that's inside. What are you three doing at this point in time?
I've stopped fighting Charles for the weapon in his hand, even though I don't like it.
Does the sink work?
It does. There's nothing. There's no slug demon creatures inside the sink. There is no snake milk. There's
Is there
just
food
gunk.
in the fridge?
Yes, there is actually.
Is it like microwavable stuff?
It's like takeout. It's like old.
Kind of takeout.
The equivalent of
Chocolate.
Chinese takeout. Chocolate. It's chocolate and Chinese takeout.
Okay.
It's fondue. This person went on a date with simply fondue and brought it back to their home.
It's like a bunch of marshmallows in a pot of chocolate just sitting in the fridge. Yeah, that sounds gross. Yeah, no, I mean the food is pretty, little. There's not too much in space. But at that point, Akachi kind of comes back into the space.
Yeah, I'll do like a little knock before opening the door. Kind of like a rhythmic beat before opening the door, so you know it's me and not just, so you don't all jump me thinking it's this person. And crack the door open. Hi,
Anything?
so found me? No. No one seems to have seen anyone leave this apartment in the time span that this person had to have left. So either they're very good at being unseen or they're still in this apartment right now.
When you left the apartment, was the door locked?
Yeah, when I left the apartment, was it locked? When I tried the door?
It was.
It was.
They left fast enough to forget their gun. Probably wouldn't have locked the door behind them. So I think they're probably here somewhere.
Or was I able to leave without the door? Maybe similar to what Charles you just did.
As you say
Yeah,
that,
look.
Thursday
Charles.
looks over at Charles.
I found a gun and a journal. Someone's been sleeping here, but not too much else.
Not just anybody, but most likely a member of the Morganston family. Or some other kind of crime operation in the city.
Well, I didn't find the person who was watching us, but I did learn a little bit more information. Person who was living here only seems to really stay here in the mornings, and seems to leave at night, or at least in the evenings. They have a crimson car, and they seem to be described by the lovely neighbor upstairs, Matthew, as shady. Seems to keep to themselves.
Did I notice a red car when we came in?
You actually didn't. Was it actually? You're pretty. Actually, a question for you.
So, last time I did a bird's eye view and I looked around, right?
Yep, that's fair. That's
And
valid.
I'm a car girl.
That's valid. That's what I
would've
was just about to ask.
noticed.
So with the bird's eye view that you did ask, there was a crimson red roadster parked a few blocks away. It's not on the current block you're on. It was parked about 4 blocks away.
I will relay that.
Do one of us
Good call
want to
out.
go and see if that's still there?
Probably a good call, at the very least, to gauge whether or not they're still here or not.
Before we do that, Akechi, how comfortable are you with guns?
But it depends on what you mean by comfortable. I know how to use them, not a fan of their use, if that helps.
How comfortable are you carrying one around?
I can carry one around. I'm not too worried.
Okay,
about
great.
that.
Here you go.
Okay.
Thank you, Charles.
I think they'll immediately unload the gun, and I put the actually, what kind of gun is this? Like I don't know why my brain immediately thought like a revolver pistol, but is it like, what kind of gun is this?
Yeah, of course. It is like the equivalent to a 22. It's a Colt. It's nothing too fancy. No fancy design. Seems modest at best, I would say.
Yeah, I will very quickly and ease with like almost practice ease, unload the gun, remove the magazine, and pocket the unloaded gun.
I always hear about guns having serial numbers and various other things that can be tracked. Does that
point.
have one of those?
Yeah, I catch you pull out the gun again and check for any serial number or code.
Interestingly enough, as you're looking at where like the serial number on this gun would be, there isn't one.
Has it been scratched out?
Nope, there is not one.
Oh.
No serial number, I guess is possible, but it's very hard to get your hands on one.
Or it was made with awakened
What do you-
powers.
They're awakened.
Oh, yeah, right. This person is awakened. You have the ability to transmute.
That makes sense because, they're
Yeah.
connected to the family.
Alex, I just saw this picture of this car. This is a fancy ass car.
This car is turning
Roadster.
heads and pulling. This is
Mhm.
crazy.
It's a little bit darker tone than that. It's not like bright red, like a bright crimson. It's a darker crimson, but it's
Would you
still a
say it's
roadster.
like wine colored?
Yeah, it's like a little wine. It's aubergine. No, is aubergine that color? No.
No,
Aubergine
aubergine
is
is a
more
shade of
purplish.
purple.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. More purple than
I'm
red.
thinking mulberry.
Yeah.
Mulberry is also a shade of purple. Y'all
Is
are
it?
thinking.
Damn. I know nothing about
Um,
colors.
Y'all are
I know
thinking
nothing.
of a Merlot. You're thinking of a
Mm.
burgundy, maybe even a scarlet if you still want to keep that bright, hot color. Hi, everybody. Welcome to Art Hour
Hello,
with
mahogany. Okay.
Mahogany
Jam?
is brown.
Mahogany is a red-toned brown. It's a little bit more brown than
Yeah.
Coca-Cola. Cherry Cola
Currant?
would be more
Current?
red.
Currant?
This is
Currant
the
would
stream
be
now,
more
everyone.
orange. Currant's more of a berry citrus
Yeah.
tone.
Okay.
I'm gonna
okay.
shut the fuck up.
Actually, as you're about to shut the fuck up, you feel your phone buzz.
Oh, that's so great. Okay.
Do you have a
I'm gonna
ringtone? Do you have it on silent?
No, I have it on vibrate, please. I'm a professional. As it starts to vibrate, I'm gonna tell everybody, you know what? I'll go look outside for the car, and before anybody can stop me, I'm gonna turn around, leave, and as soon as I'm down the stairs, I'm out of a place that would echo. I'm gonna grab my phone and answer it.
Eileen, were you canceling tonight? You know this voice. It is
Yeah, I
the
do.
most annoying person that you know.
Yeah, I do. No. Do you need me?
Yes, but if you are canceling, someone said, I thought you didn't show up, and the last stage manager told me that I should be looking. So I thought I'd call you to double check because I thought you'd be here. If not, I have another act ready online.
Who?
I don't know. She just shows around the different districts.
Okay. Well, don't worry about that. I will be there.
Cass something. I don't know.
No, don't. No, don't even worry about that. I will be there as soon as I possibly can.
As soon
are
as you
the
possibly.
twins-
So wait.
are the twins there?
Yes.
Okay, cool. Have the twins do a little number. You know, Gemma and Nikki love performing, so have the twins extend their stage, and I'll be there soon.
If you're not here in like 45 minutes, I gotta give it to this Cassandra Emmett girl. All right.
45 to 60, and I'll be there at 35.
Okay. Nothing new. Hangs up.
Bitch.
Wow.
Bitch.
Thursday, you should probably go with her since you know where the car was.
Oh, all right. And shortly after you hang up, you hear me clomping down the stairs.
Yeah, I turn around so quick and I say, Thursday! Thursday, darling, did you drive me to work?
Right now?
Yes.
Okay, do you mind if we swing by the car first? Their car?
I mean, if you think I need to be in work in like 45 minutes, so...
How long did it take us to get here?
From the first ward, because of some traffic, because it's a Wednesday evening, you're in rush hour, about 40-ish minutes. About 50 minutes. But on the way back to Myriad Crossing, where the Enigma Lounge is, it'd be shorter.
Okay.
Depending on how much traffic there is.
Thursday won't say this out loud, but Thursday will refuse to speed because Thursday doesn't want a ticket. But Thursday's like, all right, let's go.
I bet you can't get me there in 45 minutes.
Liv, fuck you, respectfully. Thursday blushes, but seems mostly unbothered. Thursday opens the door of their car for you.
Yeah, no, as Eileen passes, she's kind of my hair isn't long enough to actually naturally do it, but one of those. Thanks, Thursday.
Yeah.
And she's gonna sit in, very daintily cross her legs and wait.
Just very slowly, gently close the door, go around, hop in, close it a little less elegantly. And I'll drive over, because you said it's a couple blocks. So I'd like to drive over towards the red car.
Definitely can do that. I have a question. Are we relaying any information to Charles and Akashi? Are they just...
I
love the idea
I'll
of
text
not
them.
hearing.
I'll tell Eileen to text them.
Yeah. Yeah, Eileen is just fully sat there, like passenger princess mode, just tap.
Charles and Akachi, you receive a text that they're going to head to the Enigma Lounge, but they're stopping by the car first. You could probably, using some abilities, reach the car before they drive off, but also up to y'all where you want to head as well.
Yeah. I thought we were in the middle of an investigation. What?
I thought so too, but this happens. It's fine.
Okay.
Okay. Was the car still there? The red car?
Yes.
I don't think we can. Do we know? Okay.
Because Thursday would have pinged it that it's been some time since then. So I guess like if y'all want to text Charles and Akachi.
Yeah, so I'm driving my car towards the red car to confirm if it's still there.
Correct. Yeah. I would say that by the time you drive over there, because it's only a short couple blocks away and you're texting about where you're going, you can confirm that the car is not there.
All right, and then I'll start driving towards the club and say, it's not here. It was before.
I'll tell the guys. Well, not guys. I'll tell the other half.
Okay then. Seems like we can get out of here. There were a few things I wanted to grab at the other apartment, but...
Yeah, I think we can head back there. Grab all the stuff for Sarah Beth.
Yeah.
Okay.
We'll just walk over this time.
Yeah.
All right. As you two, Thursday and Eileen, begin to drive out of University Row, heading towards Myriad Crossing.
I will
Akachi
drive a maximum of 10 miles over the speed limit. Not a single extra.
Okay, no worries. At that point, she and Charles, you head across the rainy streets of University Road back to the Garcia apartment. What are you picking up there, and what are y'all's plans?
I imagine just everything that Sarah Beth was asked us to bring for them. Anything that seems sentimental that we think they would like as well. Fresh pair of clothes, at least enough to like last a couple more days.
Okay.
Yeah, that kind of stuff.
Hell yeah. And then I guess one question to Eileen, the message that you sent to Charles and Akachi, what specific details did you send to them?
I think I mainly just said like car's not there.
Got it. Okay. Just to clarify. Okay. Well then.
No. Also, I had a small stack of stuff that I had found that Charles is also going to be grabbing.
Okay. As you head back to the apartment, you pick up all of the things that you need. Where are you two going to head?
I have a reason not to go back to the House of Fair Omens.
You don't want to head back?
No, I do. I have no reason not to, so I think that's where I'd be heading to.
Okay.
Yeah, I figure we should get all of this stuff over to Sarah Beth anyway.
Yeah, no, it's a good call. I guess we'll get back to investigating tomorrow.
Well, two of us are already gonna be over at the Enigma Lounge. We know Isaac had a connection. We could meet up with them there and make the most out of the night.
Sounds good. I think that sounds good. Did we get a visual description of this person? Or is that still an unknown to us?
I would have relayed the whole description to Charles. I don't think Akechi was in the room.
Yeah.
I'll share it with Akechi, but it's slightly messed up description. I get like a detail wrong.
Okay. That's perfect, I guess, because I'll be like, okay, I'll reach out to the rest of the Ogre Hounds and see if they can keep a lookout for anyone that looks like that. The more eyes out, the better. I'll make sure they don't actually interact. Just let me know where they are, especially if they're awakened. But again, more eyes, the better.
And with that, as our two groups head off into the late evening, New Serenity, we are gonna go to a break because it is 9:30.
All right. So everyone, please join us in doing a little stretch. Hey, thank you so much for the raid and welcome on in, everyone.
Thank you, Faye.
Thank you. Hope you're doing well. We're doing a little break here, so grab some water, grab a snack. We'll be back in 5 minutes. Be right back.
And we're back, everybody. Akechi, Charles, you've collected all the things for Sarah Beth. You collected the additional inventory of clues that you picked up at the Garcia apartment. Where would you like to head? To the House of the Fair Omens to drop off some things and to speak with Sarah Beth? Or what is the plan and how will you all get there?
Yeah, so the plan... Go for it, Drag.
No, I was thinking how we get to the Enigma Lounge. I have no idea. But I think the first part of the plan, at the very least, is we go to the House of Fair Omens, hand off the things to Sarah Beth, and I don't think I can think of any questions any further questions I would want to ask her. But obviously, if Charles has any, and honestly, I think of any in between now and then, I definitely will. But I think that's the first part of the plan, in the very least.
I don't have any additional questions because any questions I would have, she already kind of answered. And so I don't think she's the right witness for the questions I have.
Sure.
But yeah, going and dropping her personal stuff off with her, and then the clues and stuff that I have, I'll probably put in my room because I don't want to carry all of that around.
I actually do have a question I'll ask her. Yeah. I have a question. So as we, I guess, are we going to roleplay this, or should I just ask the question?
No, we can roleplay this.
Okay.
First off, how'd y'all get back? Y'all call a car?
Good question.
Sorry, I full on drove away.
Yeah.
During break, Alex was like, yeah, you just drove away. I was like, look, pretty girl says drive me to work. You take pretty girl to work.
Thank you.
Uh-huh.
I think Charles would have been like, let's just grab a cab, unless we're in a hurry.
Sure.
Let's just grab a cab.
Okay. Y'all cap your way back to the House of Fair Omens. As you enter into the Hofo, you are met by Penny, who is like, "Oh, y'all are back quite soon. Find anything interesting out there?"
Quite a bit.
Oh.
Honestly, we probably would have found a little bit more, but I guess different things came up. We had to split the group.
Yeah, we're dropping some things off to Sarah Beth, and then we're going back and we're meeting up with the others at the Enigma Lounge to check some things out there.
All right. Luther brought her up some food about 20 minutes ago. I think she's still up there. She's kind of keeping to herself. Still a little bit in shock, I think.
Yeah. What room is she in?
Second floor, 17th room down.
Okay, got it.
Penny is awakened, right?
Yeah.
Do I know what her power is?
Yeah, of course. Penny's ability. Let me pull quick.
Her ability is vectors, actually.
Amazing.
Second. Let me make sure. Oh, there we go. Oh, okay. So Penny is the collector. She acts as like the main accountant of the House of Fair Omens. She's one of the senior members of the staff and has been around for quite some time. Her powers is around luck. She's very, very lucky. A pretty, I wouldn't say common power amongst Awoken, but she is similar to she is very good at making bets and odds. Usually, that's like her thing. She's usually pretty good at like preparing for things as well. So like having the right thing at the right time as well.
Before I head up and join Charles, could you look after this, Penny? And I'll pull out the unloaded gun. I'll pull out the magazine as well and set it down on the table. We found this in one of the apartments across Sarah Breath's apartment. Honestly, it seemed like someone was watching us, and apparently Sarah Breath and Isaac for quite a while now from that apartment.
It was a shitty looking gun. She picks up like a napkin to hold onto it, kind of puts it down on the table.
Yeah, it doesn't seem to have any serial number on it. Unloaded now, but it was loaded when Charles found it. And quite frankly, I'm not a fan of guns, so I'd rather not have it on my person.
Yeah, I don't really like them either. No serial number? That's kind of strange. I guess
it's not even scratched out. It's just not there.
Oh, that's classic. Either you purchase this somewhere for a large quantity of money, or something a bit.
Yeah. The person watching us, at least from what Thursday said, they were awakened as well, and their abilities has to do with transmutation, object manipulation. Our guess is that this wasn't always a gun, and they turned whatever it was into a gun.
She kind of takes a quick look at it. Have you tried firing it?
Like I said, not a fan of guns, so firing it wasn't the first thing I thought, but would that be helpful?
No, I'm just wondering if it's some form of transmutation, if it's actually a gun or if it's something else. But I also don't want to shoot a loaded weapon in the space. So
Yeah.
Fair assumption. You found it inside an apartment. I don't think you should be just randomly shooting as well. So just thought I'd ask.
Yeah. No, we haven't tried firing it. Actually, now that you point it out, it actually might be a good idea to see how effective these things are in their new forms, especially if you do run into this person again.
What if the guy is the gun?
Penny turns towards you, just goes, honestly, not the first time I've heard that statement.
She
looks down at the gun. Are you the gun? I mean, are you the guy?
No, his car was gone, so it's probably not him.
Okay, fair.
I'm going to take the gun and just go. And I would take it. I'll just go. I will fire this just to see what happens, but not in here, obviously. But and they're going to take the gun again with an expertise that doesn't fit someone who doesn't like guns, or maybe it does fit someone who doesn't like guns. They have a reason not to. They load this firearm again, and I think they'll head outside. And is there any like dark area I can duck into right now?
There's alleyways around the first wood.
Yeah, I'll duck into an alleyway, and I would like to use once again my shadow realm and kind of like stick my arm into my shadow, and I guess my head as well. I take a deep breath in, I stick my head into the shadow, my shadow, and enter the shadow realm. And I'll just fire the gun in here and see what happens.
How many? So there was about 6 bullets in the loaded magazine. Do you want to shoot the entire thing, or how do you want to do this?
I'll shoot the entire thing.
Okay. The 6 rounds go off, and they kind of ring out. And so it does act as a functioning gun. After you shoot the last shot, it actually begins to shift in your hand.
Oh. Okay. Before I pull myself out of this realm, I guess I'll describe it a little bit. Honestly, it's kind of what you imagine the shadow realm would be. It's just endless shadow. It's hard to tell what's up or down. There's definitely like some kind of surface you're walking on, but it's so dark that you can't really tell where it starts and where like the horizon and the sky ends. It's for Catchy, it's very easy for them to navigate. It's almost like when they think about where they want to go or what they want to get, they can almost immediately get to that point. So I think just like almost as if to like just check everything's in order, they kind of look to their left and you see the double Tupperware with the slug in it just kind of floating in this dark space, before kind of almost like those dreams where the door ahead of you never reach like suddenly goes way too far for you to catch up with. This Tupperware just shoots off into the distance as if it's putting away back deeper into this space, and then they'll pull themselves out of that space, and I guess investigate what this gun is turning into in my
of course. As you find out the final round, as you're going to step out of the space, pulling the weapon with you, it slowly but surely shifts into a, interestingly enough, kind of strange, it turns into a pair of keys.
Hey, not what
2 keys.
2 keys. Okay.
The bullet did, or the
actual
did?
handgun, and the handgun actually shifts its form. Pair of keys.
Interesting.
I'll go back into the House of Fair Omens and kind of wave the keys. Go, this is the gun, and set it down on the table.
Oh.
I emptied it in my shadow realm, and it just turned into this.
That's fucking weird.
We saw anything else locked there. These aren't car keys, right? They're like house keys.
They're like house keys.
It could be wherever they go to during the night. Like I said, I ran into someone in the apartment, and it said that whoever goes in and out of that apartment seems to only really stay there during the day and then go during the afternoons. Around 12, maybe 1.
All
It
right.
could be another abode, another home.
Yeah.
And if they were keeping watch of Isaac and Cerebeth, maybe the other abode is somewhere near one of their workplaces. That's the best place to keep an eye on them.
Oh, well, let's hold on to these, I suppose, and maybe they'll come in handy later down the road.
Yeah, no, it's a good call. No longer a gun, so I'm a lot more comfortable keeping these on me.
No
In my
worries.
pocket.
I'll mark that down in the logs too. I'll see if there's anything that is similar to like this from a power standpoint. But gun turning into key isn't the most common thing. Gun turning into person, that I've seen. So.
Hey,
Wait, so
interesting.
there was an instance where the gun actually was the man that you've come across.
I've seen people who've awoken with trickster powers before, the ability to shapeshift, change, things like that. I was mostly making a joke, but yes, I've seen.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, someone shift into an actual physical object.
Got it.
But but those types of abilities are pretty commonplace. There's multiple ways that they can be leveraged, so it doesn't really help narrow down the search at all. But gun to key is pretty weird. And you said that you were able to fire off the 6 shots, and then it spontaneously transformed into the keys.
Yes, I'm not sure what the connection was. Maybe it was just because its use was done. Maybe the bullets were part of it, and losing its parts made it revert to a pair of keys. I don't know the logic behind it, but it only seemed to happen when I emptied the clip.
Stop asking these questions.
Listen,
okay,
I'm very
Stop
smart. It's not my problem that I just have good ideas and smartness.
No,
okay?
you're asking the real questions. Like, you're really asking the real questions. You're locked in, you're dialed in. And anybody that tells you to stop, they don't want you to know. So keep digging.
Yeah, Alex, you can award me free juice and clues for being an amazing player if you want.
Give Stella them juice, okay? Hey, Stella, come get your juice. Like, it's time.
I'm thirsty.
All right. Okay. You all had some questions you wanted to ask Sarah Beth when you wanted to drop off this
Yes,
stuff?
I have just one question.
Oh, yeah.
honestly. But yeah, as we're dropping off I just have 2 questions. As we're dropping off the stuff we got for Sarah Beth, my first question is, it's a couple of questions. One, how are you doing?
I mean, I'm doing okay. I'm settling in. The food here is actually really good. Thanks to the chef, I guess. I guess really quick, did you like explain the entire situation just yet, or this is like preliminary questions? Because I think her mood will change if you explain that she's shocked.
I don't know. What does Charles think?
I don't know that we tell her that.
Okay, sure.
Yeah, I don't think we tell her. Not just yet. I think that'd be a lot to handle in a day. But I think it truly would be like we looked around. You asked for any clues. Gonna keep investigating, but nothing too much to report just yet. It's kind of what we give them.
Okay, I mean that's good. I mean, at least you were able to find some things. At least they're pointing in the right direction. If there's anything I couldn't find or if I didn't know about, just let me know. I'll try to help inform as much as I can. But I'm just trying to get back to some normalcy right now.
No. Generally, concentrate on that. You're welcome to stay here as long as you need, as long as you want.
A couple questions for you, if you don't mind.
Yeah, of course.
And then we'll get out of your hair so you can rest. Your brother was planning on meeting somebody in North Point on Friday. I imagine you don't know who he was meeting, but did he go to North Point often that you know of?
No, never. He hates the water.
Really?
Uh-huh.
Is he like afraid of water?
No, he just doesn't really like the beach or the ocean or being damp or. Yeah, I guess he just was never really like a swimmer either. I guess so.
Okay. Other question: did you have any problems with your kitchen sink?
No, clogged. We used a lot of products on a regular basis, but no.
Like drain liquid.
Yeah,
Generic drain liquid.
Yeah,
cleaner.
I wanted to call it something else. There's another brand like Drain It Hollow, but but yeah, just that. Nothing out of the ordinary. Why do you ask? I feel like that's really. Why were you looking at the drain?
Oh, we just noticed that it was clogged, and we were checking in on it. One of our friends is a mechanic and general all-around handy person, so she was checking it out. But we're gonna get out of your hair, let you rest, and you just have a good night and sleep well.
Yeah, I'll try to get some sleep. Thank you all again. This means a lot. I honestly wasn't even expecting this. I'm just glad no one just started saying that I was rambling about this. So,
no, of course.
That's honestly, thank you.
Anytime. If you need anything, don't hesitate to ask anyone.
Will do. Everybody seems to be nice.
By the way, how do you like the jelly beans?
They're good. I haven't had a pack of jelly beans in maybe like 6 years, so they're good.
They're great for stress relief. Do you want another? I know we're reaching it. They have seen some unending amount in their pocket. They pull out another fresh pack. Do you want another?
Sure.
And they just toss it over to Sarah Beth.
Catches it, kind of fumbles it, falls into the bed. Seems a little flustered. Okay.
Like my friend said, we'll get out of your hair.
She kind of waves. Door closes behind you as you step out into the House of Fair Omens.
Yeah, I guess we'll head to the Enigma Lounge?
It is the Enigma Lounge.
Yeah.
How would you all like to get there, you two?
Another taxi, probably. Unless we get a text saying, like, get here as soon as you can.
Okay, no worries. Okay. Then we will jump to the wonderful Thursday and the wonderful Eileen as you are driving there. You were, I would say, after driving for quite some time, you are only maybe about 10 minutes out so far. Eileen, you get another text message from Tabitha, and it's like, "Are you coming? Please."
Okay, how far? I told Tabitha, give me 45 to 60.
Mm-hmm.
What does the time frame look like compared to that?
That's about actually accurate. So I'd say about like 38-ish minutes has passed by, driving at the speed that Thursday is driving at with the current traffic in the city, heading towards the Enigma Lounge.
Only slightly speeding.
Correct. You're still about 10 to 15 minutes out, so you'd be right in the middle of your 45 to an hour.
Thursday?
Yeah?
Are you the fastest driver in the city?
Absolutely not.
I can tell.
Yep.
God, sucks. I should have just called it in like a cabbie.
Well, I can get you there in one piece, that I can guarantee.
But you'll get me there late, yeah?
Like, we're driving, and I like literally pull over into the shoulder. You can get out if you want.
No, it's fine. I think I'll stay.
Then I turn my blinker on, and then I wait for an appropriate time. I speed up on the shoulder like you're supposed to, so I can merge flawlessly back into traffic. Then I drive slightly over the speed limit.
That's fucking hilarious. You arrive about 5 minutes before an hour to get there, just because there was some traffic. As the car begins to pull into the back alley parking lot of the Enigma Lounge being on the highest level of this building in Myriad Crossing, you notice quite easily Thursday a collection of cars and motorcycles as you kind of scan through, most of them are pretty standard fare models, nothing that would stand out. The motorcycles stand out a little bit more just because they're emblazoned with different colors and different insignias. But you do notice a currant colored, a darker crimson colored roadster parked at the Enigma Lounge. Interestingly enough.
Eileen,
Subsequent. Oh,
look
sorry.
over there. That's the car. The dark red, brown.
Eileen is not there. Eileen has jumped out of the car. She's
Oh.
running upstairs. She has to get ready. She was doing her makeup in the car.
Thursday stops the car, reaches over, closes the door that you left open. And then I'll actually park as close to the crimson car as I can. And
Okay,
try to like look inside of it.
Sure. You park as close as you can get. It's not that close. The club is really packed tonight. Eileen would have clocked that this is probably more guests or attendees than normal for a Wednesday evening. Like the back parking lot is usually never filled to the brim, and tonight it is filled to the brim. You almost have. Actually, Thursday asking on your good grace, do you double park or do you park somewhere else? Because there's like no parking in this parking lot. It's an important question. Character flaw.
I could always take out my car saw and then cut down someone else's car and then put my car in their legal spot.
What the fuck do you mean? What are you talking about? The thing you just said is out of this world.
Fuck. Okay. What's next door to the Enigma Lounge? Maybe I'll park in their parking lot instead.
Yeah, of course. Across the way from the Enigma Lounge, there's more like sky rises, like banks, things like that. Like the lounge is actually like hidden like amongst different like buildings within inside this
I'll park
kind of
at
more
a
corporate.
bank. It's
As you're rolling out of the parking lot, you see some people making comments as you drive by, pointing
kind
at
of
your car.
comments. Oh.
Your window is rolled up. They're pointing at your car.
No, my window's rolled down. I'm a cool
Oh.
car person. My
Oh,
arm is always outside on the edge of the car window being opened. Yeah.
I'm a cool car
trucker
person.
man.
It's so
Not
funny.
the trucker
My bad.
man. My
Yeah,
God.
I didn't realize that your arm is always
and
like
I do it
this.
American style where I have the windows rolled down and the AC on at the same time.
This character is slowly becoming closer to Vin Diesel.
No, we don't like Vin Diesel.
I know. Sorry,
but,
sorry. Closer to Dominic Toretto than
Okay.
anything else.
Yeah. They're pointing at my car. I stop.
Yeah, they're pointing at your car. There's a
Stop
group
right next to
of
them.
there's a group of about 5 or 6 individuals. They have biker helmets. Some of them have biker helmets still on. They're taking them off. They have green and gray jackets with kind of like this very interesting tree pattern on the back. They're like, the fuck is that? The fuck you driving?
It's a custom job.
Yeah, it stands out, that's for sure. And then one
You
of them's
don't?
like, I mean, we rep colors for a reason. Seems like you're just kind of standing out to stand out. Unless you're repping colors too. It doesn't
Some
seem
of
like
us
it
don't
though.
need to flamingo to leave an appearance.
Okay. One
Is
of
that
the
supposed
other
to be
members.
broccoli?
This is why I wish Akechi was here. One of the other.
Do I recognize it as old, maybe gang lore from 10 years ago?
No, but given how they say rep colors and things like that, there's a chance that this is like a gang.
Mm-hmm.
But you don't know I mean, I don't know how up to date you keep. I don't think Thursday keeps up to date at all. So no,
I purposely
not know.
avoid
Yeah.
any recent stuff. Yeah. I'll go on to say, you can stop by my shop if you ever want some lessons.
One of the ones who's sitting further back has a helmet on, kind of flips it up, kind of slowly takes off the helmet. You see kind of long, straight black hair. This femme person kind of looks out. She's, guys, shut the fuck up.
What?
Are you asking me if they're hot?
No, I'm saying they're hot.
Oh, yeah, okay. Shut the fuck up. Clearly, she doesn't know what she's talking about.
Oh, less hot. Okay. I want to look at their bikes.
Yeah.
Can I tell if they need like a tune-up or anything like that? Like the way that they sound.
Yeah, sure. The ones who are still
things.
parking, the ones that are like revving kind of show off, because there are other like groups that are kind of still in this parking lot. They are in tip-top condition. These things are well taken care of. Like very well taken care of.
Okay.
As you kind of look across the way, you do notice there's, interestingly enough, a larger collection. You didn't really notice it because like you were driving into this lot. You'd never really been here before. Eileen had jumped out of your car to run around to get to work. But there are collections of like 2, 3, 4, 5 groups just kind of loitering around out here.
Like different gangs?
Yeah.
Oh shit. Okay. Well, I'll stop antagonizing them. I'll be like, your bikes are nice. And then I'll drive away.
Okay.
And I'll park my car somewhere safe.
Sure. You park across the way at a bank after hours, but you don't really mind.
Yeah, and then I'll walk back.
Okay. As you walk back to the parking lot, you clock specifically 4 groups of individuals that are kind of, I wouldn't say loitering, but they're kind of just like spending their time around. There's the group that had kind of heckled you in your car. Your precious baby. They're the ones with the kind of the greens and gray jackets with kind of like this like tree motif. There's another gold and black kind of X-shaped like logo that Myriad Crossing is the location, my bad. Another group that's kind of at the back. One of them actually has like a nicer looking car, but they also have mostly bikes. And then there is another group of red and whites, mostly red, predominantly reds. They don't seem to have like any current. They're not like currently around a specific vehicle or vehicles, and like no vehicles like painted in that color scheme like in the area. But they're like kind of having like a cigarette smoke kind of around the back. And then there's like a really flashy group. Like they have like gold, almost like I wouldn't say bedazzled, but it's definitely shimmery like biker jackets. And they have these black helmets with a gold stripe down the middle of it.
Okay.
They're mostly hanging around their motorcycles as well.
All right. I will not antagonize anyone as I make my way in and try to find Eileen.
Sure. We will jump to Eileen, who's inside the Enigma Lounge. Eileen, you step inside this place of wonder, but also this place of clouded dreams and smoky drinks. As you step into the space, it is fucking crowded tonight. It is a Wednesday. Like, don't get me wrong, like the Enigma Lounge can get pretty busy, but it is like super, super crowded, like unexpectedly crowded.
Wild.
There's like a line for the bar crowded.
Okay, wild. I'm gonna do my little. I think there's like a way for us to get into the back pretty easily as performers. So I'm gonna follow that path.
Yeah,
I'm gonna run past the stage manager and again, like I did my makeup in the car. It's a little messy, but like whatever, the lights, that's what we have lights for. And so I'm gonna like run past and be like, "Hi, what is happening?"
You're telling me you know I only run the night shift, and I had to get someone on stage because I wasn't sure if you're actually showing up. So I'm glad
I'm
you actually
here,
got
darling. I always when I tell you I'm gonna be here.
Okay, well, is it my job to go tell Cass that you're here now, or are you gonna go tell her?
Yes,
I can go tell.
it is your job to tell her that she doesn't need to perform.
The Tabitha kind of looks at you, kind of sneers a little bit, and then she just goes, "Whatever. If she comes swinging at you in the next 5 minutes, and you, whatever, that might. Whatever.
If she comes swinging at me, the main stage attraction to your show, your headliner, I really hope that security will be there to get her touring, visiting self in check. No?
Tabitha turns around and walks to the backstage area where
Thank you, Tabby.
you see her walk off towards a part of the backstage area where, like, visitors, tours come through to kind of get ready, where they don't have like a resting spot. What do you do as she goes to do that? You just get ready. What is the plan?
Yeah, no, I'm gonna get ready so quick. So again, the makeup is already done. We're doing like a sort of gold shimmer, very like light, airy, circa 60s, circa 70s. It's got like the makeup is very bright and it's very golden toned, but the eyeliner, the mascara, the eyelashes are very like dark and doll like. The dress itself is a sort of Shunny and Cher TV show, golden sequins sort of look. It's like as if there was mermaid scales made of gold, and that's just what the dress is. Eileen, again, very like curvaceous black woman. She's got like this stark black hair. Again, very Cher, actually. That was an accident. But like the like stark black middle part, like long black hair as she slips on this like curve hugging, body hugging dress. And she goes on stage. There's the twins that she was like saying, like, just get Gemma and Nikki on stage. They're probably running out. She like does little like air kisses to them, like, thank you, thank you, thank you. And she's getting ready to go on stage.
Yep. As you get ready to go on stage, as you prep and you go through the processes of it, at that point, as you're maybe about 10 minutes, 15 minutes out from getting on stage, a Tabitha kind of crawls, kind of back into the space, kind of creeping along the way. She just goes, Cassie girl, she's fine. This is not the night for it. Do you know where Charles is? Charles is like almost always with you.
I'm gonna pull out my phone and text Charles, like, where are you? Super quick.
We're at that point we were probably still at the
House of Fair Omens, because the House of Fair Omens is farther away from University Row, so you probably haven't even left the House of Fair Omens just yet.
We're still at the Hofo. What's up?
Tabitha's asking where you are. I'm gonna text that. I'm gonna look at Tabitha and say, I'll start with a piano number. Charles doesn't play piano.
I know. She kind of grabs your hand really quickly, points, and you look at where the band is supposed to be. They're not there tonight, which is strange.
Where's the band, Tabitha?
You think I fucking know? I'm already fucking stressed out.
You are the stage manager. You are supposed to call people and get them here on time.
I've been trying to fucking call people all night, and I thought Charles would show up with you.
Okay. I can do acapella.
You're gonna do acapella?
Do you think I'm not good enough to do acapella?
I didn't say that.
Okay, so what do you mean?
I'm just wondering. Am I introducing? Am I telling? Okay, am I telling the person am I telling the host to introduce you as acapella this evening?
For my first song, yes, you are.
Just tell Charles to fucking get here.
I will. Tabby. Love ya.
Flips you off, walks away.
Real.
Tabitha heads off to go inform the host that you will be doing your first opening number, a cappella.
Yeah.
Okay. As that is kind of running through your mind across the way with inside the Enigma Lounge, Thursday, you are now inside as you enter into the space. It is very, very loud. It is very, very crowded. You notice, as you were the one who was outside, kind of like pinpointing these different group members, that there are some of these members inside the Enigma Lounge. You notice them seated at individual tables, You see that some of them are interacting with people who don't have these jackets on. People are kind of just like drinking, talking, and things like that. Are you a current club goer, a nightlife enjoyer?
No.
Oh.
I, for all intents and purposes, live a slow life on purpose. So this is probably quite jarring for Thursday. Thursday hasn't been out like this in a while, and especially not at this kind of pace. So Thursday just kind of awkwardly goes to the bar to have a drink so that there's something in their hand.
Okay. You head over to the bar. There's a line for it as you kind of step into space. The bartenders look like very overwhelmed. There's only 2 on staff tonight. There's like maybe a line of like 8 or 9 people at each one. Yeah, this place is crowded. As you're kind of listening around in the space, you hear mostly idle chatter between guests. And as you kind of clock around the space looking, you don't see that kind of that image, that visage of that person that was in the that you saw in your kind of like vision of who would be driving this roadster. You don't really clock them anywhere as you're kind of waiting in line, just eyeing the groups. It's dark in here, but it's not too dark. You know, mood lighting exists, and there's lights at each table, so you get a good visibility across the board, but you don't see them anywhere.
Okay. I will. Are there any like open? I mentioned there's like standing tables, maybe not necessarily places to sit.
The back. Yeah, there's tables that are deeper into like the sunken like part of the lounge. There are standing tables at the back, closer to the bars and closer to like coat check and things like that.
Okay, want to do something kind of risky. Basically want to find a spot where like I can kind of hunker down a little and maybe use a menu to hide my face. And I want to use my bird's eye view in here. Try to get an idea of what's going on from a different perspective.
Right. As you begin to set up to do so, you see a host step out onto the front stage. Welcome all to the Enigma Lounge. I am your host this evening, and we have a wonderful show. There has been a bit of a change of plans, and you are all being bedazzled this evening by the one, the only, our headliner, Eileen St. James. Will be making a wonderful appearance of multiple things, and bequeathing amongst everybody here a acapella introduction that is a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity to see. As you begin to power up the spell to cast it, you see other people begin to sit down. You actually notice something, Thursday. A lot of the people who are in the crowds who are wearing these jackets step up, and they step back, and they go to the back of the club to stand at these like standing tables, kind of where you are. You immediately clock that. As the host says this, they kind of do a nice little bow. The lights dim for a second. And Eileen, how would your first song like to be presented here at the Enigma Lounge?
Yeah, absolutely. You see Eileen step forward, and she, her eyes are downcast as she so artfully cradles the mic and starts to croon a low tune. And Alex, I do have to ask you, would you say at this time that I have a clear shot of really everyone in the club?
I would say yes. Maybe not Thursday because they're actively hiding behind a menu. But
that's so fair.
Yeah.
Okay. But yeah, cool. So then I'm gonna hit everyone in the club with all I've got.
Oh.
I have a clear shot of them.
Sure. What are you gonna do?
I am going to use my tag from Expression. I'm going to use Sand of Sleep.
Oh.
I'm also going to use my tags Working Late because I'm a singer, because I am singing.
Mm-hmm.
And I am a small-time celebrity, so everybody should be paying attention to me right now in this moment.
Sure.
In addition, I'm going to use my 2 juice tags if I can.
Sure.
I'm
you have
burning
them.
it
Use them.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm burning it all. And I want to hit everyone with all I've got. I want to make everyone that is paying attention to me, that is not hiding at this moment in time, fall asleep so that we can get in and do the work that we need to do.
Damn. Okay. Yeah, make your roll. That's wild.
Are you kidding me? I have +5 to mild success? That's out of this world. That's absurd. I'm so angry.
So with a mild success, you get to choose. You take cover or secure a superior position. If you don't choose this, they can impose a status on you. You get them good or get many of them. You control the collateral damage. You hold the target's attention if possible. You gain the upper hand, take 1 juice. Given the fact that you're like burning juice to do this as well, yeah, I mean, I think feel free to choose one of those options, and then they will all like fall asleep basically, because your power does erupt into this hall with this initial acapella song. But what specifically would you like to take here?
I'm going to secure a superior position. I want me and my people to have a superior position in this situation.
Okay. All right. As you begin to sing this beautiful, what type of song is it? What is the energy of the song? Tell me about that.
That is such a good question. The energy of this song, if I had to give it like 2 cultural touchstones, it's Lofe, who, if you've never listened to Lofe, yes, but her famous song is probably From the Start. But I like to think of like Dreamer as a little bit more Eileen coded. And then also maybe this time from Cabaret. So it's big, like jazzy bossa nova energy that starts very low and then builds up. But whereas if Eileen was like singing this as a true song, there would be this like bombastic pipe, just like belting moment that would usually make people erupt to their feet. But because she's doing this to like mellow everybody out, instead of growing higher in energy, the song grows lower and lower and it gets fuller into a lull. It's almost like when you're hanging out with your friends at like a sleepover and you're like, oh my god, this is so much fun, and then you end up like whispering secrets to each other and then you end up falling asleep.
Okay, I like it. And as the groups of individuals begin to slowly, one by one, closer to the front of the stage, begin to fall into this slumber, at the same time, Thursday, you are also using an ability. Please let me know what power tags and what you're rolling for there as well.
Okay, I'm going to be using my Everything the Night Touches Bird's Eye View.
Okay.
I'm going to use Guided by the Stars.
Okay.
Would you say like problem solver might work here?
What are you trying to do? What is the specific action you're trying to take here? What are you trying to garner from using this ability?
I'm trying to find this kid.
This person?
Yeah, this person that we don't know anything about that was technically adjacent to a suspicious location.
Okay. I don't know. I'll allow problem solver because you can spin that in multiple ways. But you're going to use all these abilities for potentially an investigation check. Yeah. Then, because you're trying to figure out who this person is.
Great success. 11.
Great success. Okay, and that was with how many tags used?
3.
3. You can ask me 3 questions then.
Where's this person? Is this person here?
Is this person here? You do not. Well, as this ability triggers off, as you get a view of the entire club, as people begin to slowly fall asleep one by one, you ping every single person in this front space. You don't see this person. You do not see this visage that you saw that was fiddling with this item that was transmuting from 1 to 2 to 3.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
What's something important that I am not What's something important that I haven't noticed yet?
As these people begin to fall one by one, you notice someone next to you, maybe 2 down, one of the golden jackets thuds against the table, and a weapon falls out of their jacket. hits the ground.
Why? Okay, for my final question, why did everyone move back?
Of course. There's a very the sunken lounge is basically, imagine the stage is like this, right? The sunken lounge is below, so you're looking up at the singer. The area that you're standing is actually above where the singer is, and you would have a wonderful sight lines for whoever is on stage from above the crowd. Plus, it's close to the exit.
So presumably like puts whoever's on stage in a vulnerable position?
Correct.
Okay. Fuck. I throw the menu down and I begin to like run up towards the stage. In like a harsh whisper, I'm like, Eileen!
Everybody's asleep, right? So I can like stop singing.
Mm-hmm.
What?
There are 5 different gangs here, and some of the ones in the back are armed. They all purposefully moved back as you started singing.
Is there any movement in the crowd that I see or spot?
Currently, no. And as you are scanning across the crowd, we are going to jump to Akechi and Charles. Akechi and Charles, you've just received this kind of like urgent text message. How would you like to proceed? You still take a cab, just double checking with y'all. That's totally okay. I just want to make sure I get an understanding of kind of the pacing and how you want to travel.
I mean,
I think we get the text before the cab comes, right?
Yeah, I would say it's like being hailed, probably.
Okay, Akechi.
Yes.
I at least seem to need to get there pretty quickly.
Okay.
I am going to go through my door again.
Okay, cool. I'm taking a cab.
Okay, I was gonna give you the option.
I'm taking a cab.
Okay, well, I will meet you there then.
See you there.
And I go back into the Hofo just to like open a door and walk into my portal to get over to the Enigma Lounge.
Okay, we will get to you in a second, Charles. But first, Akechi. As time passes, as you call a cab to head towards the Enigma Lounge in Myriad Crossing, as time progresses, how are you currently feeling about what is going on between the information you've received so far and the direction in which you're heading currently?
I think I'm feeling a little bit frustrated.
Fair.
Because we just very suddenly seem to abandon this investigation. But at the same time, Akechi understands that I suppose if people have jobs and responsibilities and whatever, that's fine, I guess. So they're not going to voice their frustration, but they are a little bit annoyed and I think worried that we're going to lose any leads that we could possibly get in the time that we're dealing with this everyday slice of life job business. I think in the cab they're texting their second in command, just to give them an update of like detecting Emily, the second in command of the Ochre Hounds. Go, don't ask too many questions, but if you can find someone who matches the description, and I will type up the description of the person that were given from Charles. Let me know. Can you tell the rest of the Ochre Hounds as well to keep an eye out? And then in all caps, do not interact with them. Let me know where they are. I'm gonna text that and send that off to Emily.
Okay.
But yeah, I think for the most part, it's kind of frustrated as they have like they're resting their chin on their hand as they're waiting for the cab to get to the Enigma Lounge.
Okay, no worries. As you do so, the cab rolls up. You give the address of the Enigma Lounge, and you drive off into the night. And so we will jump over to Charles, Charles, you open one of the main doors of the House of Fair Omens, and you step through once again into the place between places.
Yep.
And you do what?
So this time stepping in looks a bit different. We see the ground is covered in this like green moss and grass. These little kind of stone pillars covered with moss are following the pathway as these rivers of smoke are running alongside either side of me and under these stone bridges. And once again, Charles is moving through this space down the path towards the door, a little more hesitant this time because of what just happened, but still confident in his steps and moving towards the door as quickly but calmly as he can.
As you make your way quickly but calmly, you're listening, trying to hear for voices, anything a bit more direct like you heard earlier this evening. And as you get closer and closer, and this is a further journey because it's a further distance, as you get closer to the location that you need to reach Eileen, to reach Thursday at the Enigma Lounge, you do hear a voice that says, "Play me a song, songbird."
I just get kind of like a tingle down my spine as I like shiver and go through the door.
You'll never find that song. And as you step through the door, you are currently at the back of the Enigma Lounge, like deep in the back, kind of like where the band goes to like prepare, get their things, where they leave their bags and luggage and stuff. It's an easy place to open and go out of a door without anyone really noticing or caring too much.
Yeah. Charles gets dressed really quickly, which probably just involves throwing on like a jacket. And already hearing...
You hear a song begin.
Yeah, hearing Eileen already start singing, he goes out a bit perturbed that he's not hearing any music playing, but he's just like, okay. But then going out there and seeing that no one in the band is there, he's surprised, but will go and sit at the piano for tonight.
Okay. As you step out into the space, heading deeper in, expecting people to be in awe and awestruck, instead you see at the stage Eileen and Thursday and a crowd of potentially asleep individuals.
Charles just kind of looks at Eileen with a quizzical look.
Eileen just kind of shrugs. And yawns.
Charles.
Charles looks towards Thursday.
There are 5 groups of gangs here, and I think that they were here for a hit.
Of gangs. Oh.
They're armed. They've got guns.
They're here for a hit?
Maybe.
On who?
Who was supposed to be on stage?
Oh. Sandra. Cassie. That's who.
Cassie.
Mm-hmm.
Cassie's the person that Isaac was fucking seeing.
Yes. I think he bought a ring for her.
What?
Oh,
Is-
right. Yeah.
Is she here?
Did Tabitha tell me if she was here or not? She just said that.
Tabitha did say she was here. She was in the back. If she was listening to the song, she would have probably fallen asleep in the area for like visiting guests.
Thursday, come on. Eileen, keep doing your thing.
Do a cool like half flip onto the stage. I'm a very physical person. I'm super.
It's true.
I work out.
You do.
My muscles
Okay,
ripple.
everybody, let's hear another lullaby.
Charles, you lead Thursday back to the part of the Enigma Lounge where visiting or touring guests sit to stay. You notice a individual, Charles, you know this is Tabitha, the stage manager for the evening, kind of shit at their job, is currently slumped over in one of the chairs, kind of across from a mirror. You notice that there is a currently occupied, kind of dressing area for someone, but they're currently not there. Their stuff is still there, but they're not there.
Shit.
What?
Search all the rooms. See if you find anyone.
Who am I looking for? I open a door.
I mean, we don't know what Cassie looks like, but if you spot a girl, I'll tell you if they're normally here or not. And if they're not, then that might be Cassie.
Okay. You two begin searching, kind of opening doors, looking through different areas. Charles, you know more of the back end areas of the Enigma Lounge. Thursday, at one point, you push open an emergency exit, and you see a femme individual in a green dress with a black bob sitting smoking a cigarette on what looks to be like a fire escape out looking between buildings. She kind of looks over to you. She goes, "What the fuck do you want?"
Are you Cassie?
Yeah, who cares? What? Yeah.
There's an emergency.
Huh? Am I going on stage?
In a way, yeah.
Can I at least finish my smoke?
No.
Hey. Kind of stamps it out. She kind of gets up. The green dress kind of hits the grates of this fire escape as she looks at you. She is similar to her green dress, these very sparkling green eyes. She goes, "Okay, sure. Is everything okay?"
I try to herd Cassie over towards Charles.
Okay. As you bring Cassie into the space, she just goes, "Why is it so quiet in here?"
Don't worry about that.
Who are you? What?
Hi, I'm Charles. This
Nice
is my
to
friend
meet you.
Thursday.
Hi. Do y'all
Where-
work here?
I do sometimes. I'm a musician, but that's
Oh.
not important. Were you friends with a man named Isaac?
Kind of, as the minute you say that, she kind of steps back a little bit and kind of recedes into herself.
It's okay. We're here to help.
What do you mean, help?
There might be some people here trying to kill you.
What?
We're not entirely sure, but
She starts to like kind of step further back from both of you.
I would have purposefully closed the
Yeah.
emergency door behind her, and I'm kind of trying to herd her towards Charles. So I like
Sure.
to I want to be in the way.
listen, we're here to help. Isaac was potentially murdered recently, and
What? You see a visible strain in her face as you say that.
this is a lot of news, I know, but we are most concerned with your safety right now, and once we have you somewhere safe, we can fill you in on the details of what we know, but right now your safety is most important.
Okay. As you're having this conversation, Eileen, you're on stage singing another rendition of the song to keep them controlled. You actually notice that some of the members of the back of the club start to ruminate from their slumber a little bit. They don't fully awake, but they shake a little bit, making movement. The ones, they're all wearing these golden jackets. like the kind of like very like gold, shiny jackets.
Do I recognize them at all?
You can make an investigation check.
Okay. I'm gonna use intimate knowledge of the underbelly.
Sure. Get a moderate success. Come on.
Do you want me? You just told me to get a moderate success.
Yeah, because I want you to get your answer, but I also want to make this situation more dangerous.
You're so mean. Watch, I'm gonna fail the roll.
I believe.
I got a mild success.
Let's go. What is the question you would like to ask me?
Who
Do you
are
know
these
there?
people?
You know that there's been and you've only seen them in some videos and highlights and things like that. They've been trying to go the same route as the Ochre Hounds. They've been trying to be a bit more.
The Ochre Hounds.
No, they're trying to be a bit more bombastic in how they approach the terminology of being like a gang, right? A group of street individuals, and they're more about like being loud. They're very much about like being a brand and like selling their like influence and image. It is a gang known as Rain. Just Rain.
Is that rain as in like the weather, or rain as in what a ruler does?
I like what a ruler does.
Oh, okay. That I have to read. I have to fix my notes.
My bad. REIGN. Yeah, my bad.
These are important things you need to know.
However, because you rolled with a yes Thursday,
That's the name of my. I'm sorry. I'm so bad at names.
the original name of the gang rival that you had was Eternal Rain. Yes,
Oh.
but this is just Rain. Anyways, Eileen,
Definitely not anything close and
No, of course
similar.
you realize, Eileen, that one of them is waking up. As they begin to actually pull away from their sleeping state, which normally for you would mean two things: either they're like on something that gets them up, or that they are awoken to some degree.
Okay. I think I'm going to stop my singing. I'm so sorry, everybody. I talked about yawning and now I'm sleepy eepy. I'm just a sleepy little girl. Anyway.
My jaw hurts from like trying to actively repress my yawning.
I know. I just let it happen. You gotta let it happen. 1 second. Okay, anyway. I'm so sorry, everybody.
Okay.
I just respect you too much.
Okay, anyway, Eileen is going to stop her singing. She's gonna kind of like hum out the melody for a bit. And then she's going to sort of like look up towards the back of the crowd and say, "Hello, darlings. You seem to be waking up. Is there a song that I can sing for you?"
The one who is awoken starts to kind of nudge one of their friends, and they kind of look at you, and they turn around and start running. And with that, we're gonna jump to Akechi. Akechi, you have just arrived outside of the Enigma Lounge via car. As you step out of the cab, you notice a collection of gangs. These gangs usually hang out on the south side, but you're surprised that they're here. In greens and grays, you know the Wildlings. In gold and blacks, you know the Cross Association. In red and white, you know Damnation. And closer to the front of the Enigma Lounge entrance, you know in this kind of gold and blazing blazer, an up-and-coming gang that you actually don't know the name of. They're generally very new on the street. You haven't really heard much about them. They don't really seem to like operate as a traditional gang, and therefore they wouldn't really be on your radar. right? Because you're trying to do good and stop more negative association. How do you feel about that, actually? There's about 20 of them, I would say, in total.
And they are, I guess, are these ones awake? Are they are they outside the lounge?
Yeah, they're outside of the lounge. They're downstairs in the parking lot because you just got out of the cab.
Okay.
You see Thursday's car.
Okay. I think as Akachi kind of steps out of the cab, Akachi, like I described, and I guess for new people who don't know how Akachi is, Akachi's like maybe 6'2" if he stood up straight, but he's always kind of slouching, almost as if he's like constantly tired, and that puts him down at like maybe 6'1", maybe 6 foot, and his pockets are always stuffed in his hands are always stuffed in his pockets. I think even now he seems almost too tired to react, but you do see like a slight eyebrow raise as he notices all of these gangs that even in the south kind of rival each other for some reason here together, so far from what the usual like terrain, the usual domain is. And I think he will be a little bit worried. I think he's gonna make do a quick once over and look and try and survey all the faces that they can see. And I think also kind of gauge how many faces can I see, how many vehicles can I see, do they match, or is there more vehicles and faces, and does that mean there's more people inside the lounge?
Sure. Can you actually, I'd say you're pretty good. You don't need a roll investigation for this. There's definitely more vehicles than there are people. So there's probably people inside the lounge. You can easily count that out. You do actually clock some faces. Rebecca Chun of the Wildlings, who's like a second in command. Blake McDermott, who is actually the head of Cross Association. Deeper in red, Zoya Rahman, who is also the head of Damnation. And as you kind of step out of the car, Rebecca Chun, who was on the screen motorcycle, who, for other viewers, was talking to Thursday earlier, kind of yells out, Akachi, I didn't realize you were on this job. Thought you guys did the whole like community safety thing.
They all kind of turn to them. Who was this again?
Rebecca Chun of the Wild.
Rebecca Chun. They'll go over to Rebecca, just very casually again, because I think Ogre Hounds have definitely like had conflicts with these gangs, but the level of like casualness that Akachi kind of walked to them with doesn't seem to match that. And they just kind of walk over to Rebecca and just go, "What job? What are you all here for?"
There was someone mentioning, I mean, no harm, no foul, right? We're not doing anything today between you and I. Someone put out a large, a small bounty, basically.
On who?
I don't know, some singer.
Do you know the name? What they look like?
Pulls out their phone, kind of looks. We were just gonna talk to her afterwards, see what they want, and see if we can get something to get some money off of this. And they show the text. It says Cassandra.
Is this the number that sent you this job?
Burner.
Yes, that makes sense. No, I'm not here for the job, but to be honest, neither are you. All of you need to go now.
As you say that, and with 5 minutes before 11 p.m. for all my wonderful players, at the back, in the golden jackets, you see someone text a message that then buzzes amongst multiple phones near you. You see all of the Wildling members, including Rebecca, kind of look at their phones and goes, "Huh. Not the only head on the bounty board for the night." You notice a bunch of people start to walk towards your direction.
Akashi kind of sighs, says, "It's not very fair. It's like 5 gangs against 1. You should probably ask your friends inside there to come out to help you all."
I think we got you. Most of us are armed. Problem is, leave your pretty face intact. Everything else, though, broken bones. I got my money. Someone's shelling a lot of money. You should get that checked out. I didn't know you were making enemies like that. You basically do community service.
I'll turn to Rebecca and just go, are you still looking after your little brother?
Yeah.
I won't hurt you too much then.
See what happens. 20 grand's a lot of money. And a large group of people begin to charge you, Akechi. And we'll get to your awesome hallway scene. Single camera action shot scene. Next time, as we close up around 11 this evening. Thank you for all my players for staying along for the ride and having all these moments. Yeah, I will hand it over to the lovely Thursday.
Thank you so much, everyone, for being here. Thank you to our lovely cast. As we head off for the evening, we're going to do another round of telling you who we are, where you can find us, and what our favorite part of the episode was. And we'll start with Drac.
Wait, who am I? I'm Drac, or Draconics. You can find me on social media at Draconics. That's DRAKONIQUES. I'm a TTRPG performer, actual play producer. I write TTRPGs as well. A bunch of stuff I'm doing is out or will be out soon. I basically do anything, everything TTRPG related. If I'm not doing it all, I will be doing it all at some point. And I played a Catchy Duru today. God, what is my favorite part? There's a lot of really good points, but I think my favorite part was the interaction between Eileen and Thursday. I found so funny. One being like seeing Eileen try to like poke and manipulate Thursday, and then it kind of working, being like, okay, Thursday will go like 10 miles above the speed limit, and then Eileen being like trying to do it again, and Thursday's like, no, you can walk if you want it. Go, you can walk if you want to have more control of how fast you're going. I find that really, really funny. And it tells me a lot about Eileen specifically, which I find very interesting. But yeah, I think that was my favorite part for sure. I found it very funny.
Excellent. Thank you very much. We'll pop on over to Emma.
Hi, it's me, Emma, also known as Emma Panada. You can find me on Twitch and Twitter at Emma Panada. I'm also writing a game called All the Witches. You can find information about that at allthewitches_ on Twitter. Or if you want updates on how the project is going, you can check out the Kickstarter page. And my favorite part was I really liked the end. Well, for one, I liked how Akachi was like, no, I'll just take the cab instead of traveling with Charles. That was really funny. But also just I'm worried for next time because I'm like, we're so split up where most of us are in the back with Cassie, who's freaking out right now. And then Akachi is at the front with all of these people about to attack them. I'm like, wait, how are we gonna get out of this? What's gonna happen? But yeah, it's great. Loved it.
Thank you. Our director, Alex.
Hey everybody, my name's Alex. You can catch me on all social medias at Ghost Chicken RPG. What I'm doing, I'm trying to make a game when I got time that permits me to do that. That is anti-colonial, that has pirates, that has a lot of Southeast Asian culture, because I'm from the Grand Line, motherfuckers. Additionally, if you want me to break your games or test them out, let me know. I love doing that stuff. I'm a big game nerd. If you're into skirmish games, hit me up. I'm playing a lot of Malifaux these days. I'm down to teach people too. It's super fun if you're into skirmish games. Other than that, the favorite part of the session is that, honestly, I had a really rough day at work, and I wasn't sure if I really wanted to run the session. And then, like halfway through the session, I was like, "Man, I'm not doing this game or my players justice." And then at the end, I thought I upswinged it, and I was like, "I think I'm in an okay spot." So, thank you all for staying along for the ride and enjoying it. And I swear we will get to combat next session. I'm so sorry about that.
How are you gonna pull out combat next session? I just don't see it happening.
I don't see it. Without some intense railroading, I don't see how combat's gonna happen.
Yeah, all Akechi's gonna do next session is pull out that weird ass slug and then throw it at them. And
everyone
like,
runs away.
Gross. And then they're like, no.
Or always everyone's special interest, and we all bond over how weird this thing is and start trying to figure out what it is.
Yeah, and snake milk. Like, what's up with that?
Oh god, gross.
Well, I thought this was a great session. And I thought you did a great job.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Liv!
Hello, my name is Liv. You can find me online at Live in a Day. I also had a really hard day at work, and this really turned my evening around. So, haha, Alex, joke's on you. You're fucking great at what you do. What now?
Thank you.
No, genuinely, I had a really good time. I had a really fun time. I think my favorite part was Charles's weird fucking portal. Hey, yo, are we gonna talk about that as a society? Are we gonna acknowledge what the fuck that was? Cause what?
It was just portal.
Yeah.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Okay, and the bear's a comedy, whatever. Anyway, yeah, no, I had a really fun time. That was definitely my favorite part. But yes, you can find me online at Live in a Day, and if you have the means, please consider checking out my GoFundMe. I am trying to get home. My family is very small. My parents are a little bit older, and it has come to my attention that I need to go home and help them out and be there to support my family. So if you would be so kind, and if you have the means, if you don't, please don't do it, because otherwise I'll fucking send it back to you. Please consider donating to my GoFundMe to help me get home to my family and my friends, and yes, me and my little puppy dog. You can check out Deity. There's a photo of her. Just check out the GoFundMe just to look at her. She's so fucking cute. Even if you don't donate it. Thank you so much.
Even if you don't donate, click on the link.
Go look at Deity, the love of my life, my child. She's so cute. But yes, no. Thank you so much for facilitating such a great space, a good time, and lots of laughs.
Thank you. I'm Stella Luna on Twitch, Stella Luna TV on all other social media. I'm a TTRPG producer, performer. I do this all the time, every day. My favorite part was the one that Liv stole. So we either have to share that or I have to pick another one.
No, we can share.
Fight to the death.
It's share.
There can only be one.
We can share.
No.
I liked how you mentioned your Shadow Realm as well. Also, Shadow Realm is just the nerdiest thing ever to hear from you.
Just wait for the
I wasn't
psychotic
really
rift.
into. I wasn't really into. I love playing the Yu-Gi-Oh games, but I didn't really watch the anime. So it just seems like Shadow Realm felt like the right terminology for what I was describing, so I just stuck with that.
No, it's great. It's great. I'm teasing, but it's absolutely wonderful. I also like how you held your breath before you put your hand and your head into the space. And the way you described it was very, very cool. Also, Charles, what the fuck? Your door realm is very scary. What? Yeah.
It's fine.
I would have also
I'm
taken
sure
a
we'll
cab.
talk about it.
Excellent. Yeah. And also, Alex, you did an amazing job. I don't agree with you at all whatsoever, but you're valid with your feelings. And I had a lot of fun. So thank you so much for facilitating this.
Ooh.
And I look forward to next time. So for folks who want to join us for episode 3, there's only going to be 5 total. The next episode is going to be on the 11th of July at 8 p.m. Eastern Time. Please come hang out with us. Otherwise, please take care of yourselves. Stay cool. Have a tasty snack. And we'll see you next time. Bye, everybody.